Hello, hello, Facebook community. I am here with Joy Lackey from Allium Massage, and we're going to be talking about getting your running program started again or beginning one from the start. This is such a great time to start working in some exercise like running that you don't need to go to a gym for. So I met Joy a while back, I think through Facebook, and we've been collaborating on lots of different things. She's an amazing massage therapist. She helps people live and move pain-free by reducing muscular tension and improving their movement patterns. She also has a background in dance and works with runners and cyclists to help improve their performance and reduce the risk of injuries. She has runners programs on her website. Did we just lose it? Oh, we're still there. Sorry, I thought we lost the video for a sec. She has runners programs up on her website, one where she's working virtually with runners to train for their first 10K. She also has the Run Right Clinic, which will work on your running form, which you'll be able to get back into once we're all out of our shelter in place. And in addition, she does sports massage, so she does a lot. So Joy, I'm going to let you introduce yourself a little bit, anything I missed, and just tell a little bit about why you do what you do.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for having me on today. I think you covered most of what I do in your intro there. But yeah, so my background was actually not in running. It was more in dancing, as you mentioned. I come from a pretty athletic family, but I'm like too competitive with my sisters. And so my sister was the athletic one. So I found a different area to be good at. And so, yeah, I pretty much didn't run at all until Kirsten, my sister, talked me into doing a Spartan race with her for her graduation from her master's program. And so at that point, I kind of felt like I had to do it. I wasn't like super excited about it, but I got into running, and that was the first time when I'd been able to just go outside and run and take it at my own pace. Like I tried running with friends before, but they were just way faster than I was, and I didn't feel like I could keep up. And so just having that chance to get outside, take it at my own pace, not worry about being too slow, but just kind of seeing myself improve, I was kind of hooked from that point on. And it's really great because I have worked with runners for a long time doing massage, and so now having that inner experience as well, where I had all this intellectual knowledge about how the muscles work together and everything, but starting to get into that experiential knowledge as well has helped me be able to help my massage clients so much better. And also, yeah, my coaching clients, especially people who are just starting to run, kind of need a coach who understands, who hasn't just been running from middle school, but like understands that difficulty of getting into it if you haven't been able to do it so far.
Yeah, and I think that's great. I think now is a wonderful time to start a running program. So do you want to talk about why it would be a great time, to start running now, and, how this can be beneficial to your overall health and wellness?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, right now is a great time for running. We're all kind of stuck at home going crazy right now. So if nothing else, getting into running is a chance to get out of the house. If you're in Colorado, we're still allowed to do that, and even encouraged to do that, get out of the house and exercise. So it's a chance to get out of your box and get outside. For a lot of us, this is also the time when we have the most time we've ever had. I know that doesn't apply to everyone, but for a lot of us, we're spending so much time watching Netflix or YouTube videos or whatever. So this is the time to actually jump in and do the things that you've been telling yourself your whole life that you should do. And so getting into an exercise routine or getting into running, start training for a race. The races now are all canceled, but you can sign up for one in September or October. A lot of the races have been postponed until then. And so it gives you something to work towards, where I think right now a lot of us are feeling really aimless in a way. So it gives you purpose. And of course it's great for your health. It helps boost your immunity and reduce your stress, gives you a chance to go outside and get some fresh air and get some sunshine. So all of these things kind of blend together, and it means that running is probably one of the best things that you can do both for your physical and your mental health right now. And it's the time when you have the chance, when the world is just telling you to slow down, and so it's time to take this chance to work on your health.
Yeah, and that's so important right now that we work on our health and wellness so we can stay healthy and stay sane during everything that's going on. Do you have a couple of tips for us, for someone who's looking to start out, get into running for the first time, or maybe hasn't run in quite a while? Anything that, can get them out there and started?
Yeah, so I think like one of the things that I found, like I'd mentioned in my story, when I tried to run with other people before, kind of on their schedule and at their pace. And so if you're first starting, you don't want to do that. It can be a good way to socialize if you have someone who's at the same level with you, who lives in the same house right now. But just go out by yourself and don't worry about your pace for like at least the first couple of weeks, maybe your first month of running. Don't worry about your pace. Just run at the speed that's comfortable for you. Even if that's walk running, that's fine. That's still running. That's still getting you the exercise and starting to build up your stamina. But the important thing there, so go out, 3 days a week, 4 days a week. You want to have some recovery days in there as well. And then the important thing would be to run, just make sure you're running for at least 20 minutes, because that first 15 minutes of your run tends to be the hardest. And so if you only run for 10 or 15 minutes, like you are getting into it, but you're only doing the hard part, and you're not giving your mind and your body a chance to kind of get into that routine and start to understand that this can be something enjoyable. You're only doing the hard part, you're not doing the fun part. So just go out 3 days a week, run for 20 minutes, half an hour, at a pace that's comfortable for you. You do have plenty of time later on, after the first couple of weeks, to start trying to pick up your speed or pick up your distance. But start by just finding that easy baseline where you can enjoy yourself, because if you hate it, you won't be able to stick with it.
That's really good advice. I like that. I think you have to kind of fall in love with it, or fall in love with it again if it's been a while. I know I took many years off of running and had to get back into it myself a few years ago. And yeah, just going out and not worrying about the pace is a really good tip. Do you have any stories of someone you've worked with that was like a favorite client or something, just a little inspirational story to tell?
Yeah, so I really love working on runners for massage. They always have fun stuff from a massage therapist perspective. They always have fun stuff going on, this muscle injury or that injury or whatever. But I think one of my favorites was actually working on someone who was training for her first triathlon. So she'd been a cyclist for a long time. And she'd done a little bit of running, but was also trying to get into swimming. And so it was just really fun, like walking her through that process and figuring out, my hamstrings are really tight now, what are we going to do about that? Giving her the stretches and the rolls, and just seeing her work through that. And just learn how to take care of her body, learn how to incorporate all these different sports together and fit them together. But my favorite thing was seeing her actually learn how to swim and kind of get over that fear of being in the open water, which is a huge, if anyone here does triathlon or open water swimming, that first hurdle, that first time in the open water is really, really scary. But just I love watching people kind of overcome those barriers, whether it's in running or swimming or cycling, and especially just putting them all together and discovering this love for different sports all coming together.
Yeah, that's great. I remember I was a runner that found triathlon, because I got injured and I swam and I biked, and I was like, well, now I can just put them all together. And my first try was in a pool. I went easy on myself, but I hyperventilated when I got in there, and you can hyperventilate when you're running or cycling and make your way through it, but you can't do it in the pool. So yeah, that was really interesting. So tell us more about the offers you have going on. I know you have your virtual training going on right now. So tell us more about what that looks like, how people can work with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're wanting to get into running or amp up your running right now, the best thing to do would be to join my Facebook group, which is Glide to the Finish. And that's like a super positive, super supportive group right now, which I think we all need. There's so much negativity on my Facebook feed right now, and I'm kind of snoozing people left and right to kind of keep my energy up. And so being in the Glide to the Finish group, like it's all positive. I haven't seen any negative comments or anything from anyone. So that's a great way to start. We're doing a challenge coming up in May where I'm going to do a bunch of training in the group, teaching you how to amp up your speed or your endurance. If you're training for a race in the fall, that's a really great opportunity to do it. And then I have my one-on-one coaching program as well. And so that's a coaching program where I sit down with you every week. We sit down for half an hour, map out your runs and your goals for the week, and troubleshoot anything that comes up, whether you're finding injuries coming up or difficulty with stamina or whatever's happening. We'll sit down and troubleshoot that. And then that also includes a running clinic as well to help you increase your running form so that you can improve your efficiency and reduce your risk of injury.
Great. Well, I will drop a link in the comments for the Glide to the Finish group and a link to your website to make sure that people know how they can reach out to you. And is there anything else that you want to tell us, or have we hit everything?
Yeah, no, I've been so encouraged over the past, the past few weeks just to see the running community coming together and supporting each other. Even though we can't in person, like I'm part of a bunch of different Facebook groups, running Facebook groups, and just seeing people like lifting each other up and jumping in and helping each other with advice or troubleshooting, figuring out, what they need to do so that they can keep running and stay healthy. And for those of you who are part of that community, thank you so much. And for those of you who are looking for some positive input right now, like that's such a great way to get it. I just love the runners all over the world for the way they're stepping up right now.
Yeah, that's great. This is a wonderful time to be more kind to your fellow human, and I've seen a lot of that. And I think it's the energy we put out there, right? So if we're looking for the negative, we're going to find the negative. If we look for the positive, we're going to find the positive. So I want to thank you very much for being here with us today. And again, I'll drop the link to the free Facebook group in the comments and to your website where people can learn more if they want to do some coaching with you.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Mandy.
You're welcome.